The crimson sand of the Kethmoran Death Arena had drunk the blood of champions from 1,000 worlds. For 3 centuries, the arena had served as the galaxy's ultimate proving ground, where civilization sent their finest warriors to earn respect, trade rights, or simply to die with honor. The massive coliseum carved from black volcanic rock could hold 50,000 screaming spectators, all eager to witness another species fail the ultimate test. Zara 9 of the Hegemony Council pressed her forearms against the viewing chamber's reinforced glass, her compound eyes reflecting the harsh arena lights below. "Another human," she chittered to her companion, Ambassador Thexelon. "Why do they keep sending them? 17 attempts, 17 failures." The bulbous-headed Thexelon adjusted his breathing apparatus, the methane hissing softly. Perhaps they enjoy futility. Their species seems peculiar. Below them, a lone figure walked across the arena floor. Captain Sarah Chen of Earth's Colonial Defense Force moved with casual confidence, her standard-issue combat suit looking almost primitive compared to the advanced armor worn by previous challengers. She carried no visible weapons, only a small pack slung over her shoulder. "The human appears to be..." Smiling, Zara 9's translator struggled with the concept. Indeed, Sarah wore a broad grin as she waved at the crowd. Some spectators fell silent, confused by this unprecedented display of what appeared to be joy. Others roared their approval, always eager for fresh entertainment. The arena's central AI, an ancient construct that had orchestrated thousands of death matches, spoke in its booming, multilingual voice. "Let the trial of Apex Predator begin." The sand beneath Sarah's feet began to shift and rise, forming the first challenge. The arena was famous for its adaptive difficulty. It would test each species according to their greatest strengths and fears, escalating until they broke. Previous human challengers had faced psychological torture, impossible puzzles, and overwhelming physical challenges. All had died screaming, begging, or in silent despair. Sarah's grin only widened as massive mechanical constructs emerged from the sand. "Oh, you're going to start with the robot spiders?" "Classic," she called out cheerfully. The spectators exchanged confused glances. Was the human experiencing some sort of mental breakdown? The first wave attacked, 6-legged killing machines with razor-sharp limbs and plasma cannons. Sarah didn't run or take cover. Instead, she reached into her pack and pulled out what appeared to be a ball. "Fetch!" she shouted, hurling the object with surprising force. The ball exploded on impact with the lead construct, releasing a swarm of nanobots that immediately began dismantling the machines from within. But rather than showing relief or grim satisfaction, Sarah clapped her hands like a delighted child watching fireworks. "Oh, pretty sparks. Earth engineering for the win." Thexelon's breathing apparatus wheezed. "This is unprecedented." The arena AI, perhaps equally confused, escalated rapidly. The sand became lava, forcing contestants to leap between rapidly cooling platforms. Most species would panic, calculating each jump with desperate precision. Sarah treated it like a game, doing unnecessary backflips and shouting parkour with each leap. When the lava subsided and massive alien predators emerged, creatures that had evolved on death worlds far harsher than any other challenger had ever known, Sarah's reaction was not fear, but fascination. "Oh wow, you guys are gorgeous," she exclaimed as a creature resembling a cross between a tiger and an octopus charged her with venomous tentacles extended. "Are those chromatophores? Can you do patterns?" She dodged its attacks while pulling out what appeared to be food from her pack. "Here, try this." "It's called jerky. All Earth predators love it." The creature, confused by her lack of fear scent and intrigued by the offering, actually paused to sniff the offered treat. Within moments, Sarah was scratching behind its ears while it purred contentedly. "Good kitty squid. Who's a good eldritch horror?" "You are." The crowd had gone completely silent. In 300 years, no one had ever pet the apex predators. The arena AI, now clearly frustrated, began its final protocol. The very air became hostile, filled with toxins that had killed the most resilient species in the galaxy. Gravity fluctuated wildly. Reality itself seemed to bend and twist. Sarah's response? She started singing. "Always look on the bright side of life." Her voice echoed across the arena as she skipped through attacks that should have liquefied her bones. "Humans are persistence hunters, right?" She called up to the viewing chambers. "We're really, really hard to discourage." As psychic assaults that had driven other species to madness washed over her, Sarah just hummed louder. Nice try, but I grew up with 3 younger brothers and a cat that knocked things off tables. You'll have to do better than that. The arena's final gambit was to manifest each challenger's deepest fear. For the proud Zephyrian warriors, it had been dishonor. For the logical crystalline minds, it had been chaos. For humans, the arena had previously manifested isolation, failure, the death of loved ones. For Sarah, it manifested a small earth spider in the corner. "Aw, hey there, little guy," she cooed, gently cupping the spider in her hands. "Aren't you cute? You're just trying to make a living, aren't you?" The arena AI fell completely silent. Sarah looked up at the viewing chambers, still grinning. "So did I win? Because this has been fantastic. Best vacation ever." Zara 9 turned to Thexlon, her compound eyes wide with something approaching terror. What manner of death world produces a species that finds joy in everything? As Sarah waved enthusiastically at the stunned crowd, still holding her new spider friend, the arena's ancient voice spoke one final time, with what might have been the first note of uncertainty it had ever expressed. "Trial, complete, human, survives." The crowd erupted as Sarah took a bow, still smiling as if she'd just finished the most delightful amusement park ride in the galaxy. Behind the viewing glass, Zara 9 made a note in her official report. "Recommend immediate diplomatic negotiations with humans. They appear to be unbreakable."